Everyone keeps telling you avoidants don't want love. But what if they've been reaching for you this entire time, and you've been reading it completely wrong? Most people assume that because someone pulls away or goes quiet, they don't want closeness. But John Bowlby, the psychiatrist who built attachment theory, found that the need for connection is biological. It doesn't disappear, it just gets disguised. If you're with someone avoidant right now, or trying to make sense of a relationship that always felt slightly out of reach, this video changes how you see everything. Here are 10 specific things avoidants do when they actually want intimacy. Stay till the end, because number 10 is the one most people misread as rejection, when it's actually the opposite. 1. They share small details from their day. Work was exhausting. My meeting went badly. I fixed that thing. Feels like nothing. But avoidants struggle deeply with direct emotional disclosure. Saying, "I want to feel closer to you," feels like standing on a ledge. Sharing small daily details is their side door in. Psychologically, it's them saying, "I'm letting you into my world, just gently." Respond. Ask a follow-up. Show you heard them. And an avoidant who is doing the work slowly opens more. Brush past it consistently, and they read that as rejection, not because they don't care, but because they think you don't. Think of these moments as emotional breadcrumbs. They're not giving you the whole loaf yet, but they're absolutely leaving a trail. If this is already reframing past conversations, drop a like. Helps me know it's landing. 2. They ask practical questions about your life. How did your presentation go? Did you finish that project? Feels surface level. But Sue Johnson, co-founder of Emotionally Focused Therapy, describes how avoidants express attachment through attention and behavior, rather than emotional language, because direct vulnerability triggers shutdown. Practical questions are their way of staying tethered to your life without crossing into overwhelming territory. What looks like small talk is actually them saying, "I'm paying attention." And for an avoidant, that quiet attention is one of the most consistent things they offer. Receive it warmly, and an avoidant who is doing the work gradually goes deeper. If nothing ever deepens, no matter how safe you make it, hold that. The reality check is coming. 3. They sit quietly near you. They're on the couch next to you, not talking. You feel alone, even though they're right there. Research on co-regulation, how one nervous system calms another through proximity, confirms that physical presence alone creates safety and bonding without words. For an avoidant, you being in the room is enough. Choosing to sit near you in silence isn't indifference, it's comfort. It means you're safe to them. The fact that they keep choosing your space over being alone somewhere else is a decision they're making every single time. Number 10 takes this even further. 4. They send you random memes or links. Instead of, "I've been thinking about you," they send a meme. An article about something you mentioned 3 weeks ago that they apparently still remember. This is a low-stakes bid for connection. They're thinking of you. They just can't say it without their nervous system treating it like a threat. Plausible deniability. But the subtext is clear. You're on my mind. Respond warmly consistently, and you're signaling. Reaching out is safe here. And pay close attention to what they send, because the things an avoidant chooses to share reveal exactly what they associate with you in their mind. 5. They invite you into their routine. Come to the gym with me. Hang out while I run errands. Their routine is their safe, regulated space. Inviting you in means they trust you not to disrupt it. Significant for someone whose nervous system is wired to protect its own peace. Routines are where avoidants feel most like themselves, so being invited in means they're comfortable being themselves around you, which is not something they extend to everyone. Show up easy and pressure-free, and an avoidant who is doing the work creates more of these moments naturally. If invitations never expand after months together, that's data. 6. They show you something they enjoy. A song, a show, a book they haven't told many people about. Researchers describe this as self-disclosure through shared experience, revealing pieces of their inner world without needing emotional language. Respond with real curiosity. Let them explain what they love about it, and you'll get more openness than any direct emotional question ever produced. When an avoidant shows you what they love, they're handing you a map of who they are. Most people just don't realize they're holding it. 7. They offer help with practical problems. They fix something. They show up with exactly what you needed before you even asked. Researchers describe this as expressing care through action rather than words. One of the primary ways avoidants say "I love you" without saying it. If you've been waiting for verbal reassurance while they've been showing up with actions, you may have been receiving love in a language you weren't fluent in. Name it when it happens. I noticed. It meant a lot. And an avoidant who is doing the work feels seen in a way that pulls them closer. The moment you start recognizing their actions as declarations, not substitutes for them, everything looks different. 8. They test emotional safety through humor. Yeah, I know. I'm a nightmare to date. Clinically, this is a nervous system test, a vulnerable truth wrapped in a joke, watching what you do with it. Laugh it off and nothing opens. Say, "I don't think that's true. I think you just protect yourself differently." And you've passed a test they never told you they were giving. These throwaway jokes are rarely throwaway. They're the closest an avoidant gets to asking, "Is it safe to be known here?" Has your avoidant ever said something like this to you? And what did you say back? Drop it in the comments. The answers usually reveal exactly where the relationship was headed. 9. They let you see them when they're stressed. Avoidants hide emotional overwhelm, especially early on. So when they vent briefly, show frustration, or admit they're stressed, that's growing trust. Many avoidants only show that side when they feel safe enough to be less than perfect. Don't fix it. Don't minimize it. Just be there. That's the whole ask. The unguarded, stressed version they're showing you is the real one, and it means you've earned something most people in their life never get to see. 10. They stay, even when they go quiet. This is the one that breaks people's hearts unnecessarily. They stay after a hard conversation instead of leaving. They sit beside you in silence, physically present, emotionally quiet. Most people read this as checked out. But for an avoidant nervous system, not withdrawing completely is intimacy. Staying when everything in them wants to escape is them fighting for the relationship in the only way they can manage right now. Every time they stay instead of disappearing, they're choosing you, just in the quietest way possible. And if nobody ever taught you to see that, you could spend years feeling abandoned by someone who was actually trying to stay. Here's what this video would be failing you without. Everything above describes someone who genuinely wants to grow. Research confirms attachment styles aren't fixed. They can shift toward what researchers call earned security through the right relationship and sometimes therapy. But there's another type, someone who says all the right things. I know I have walls, while their behavior never moves. You've created safety. You've responded to every bid. You've been patient for months, and nothing has shifted. That's not you failing to read them. That's the answer. Avoidants reach for connection constantly, just sideways, through memes instead of confessions, through fixing your shelf instead of saying they care, through staying on the couch when every part of them wants to leave. Recognize the bid, respond with warmth. Then watch. Does it grow? Does the closeness build? If yes, you might have something worth staying for. If not, that's not confusion, that's clarity. If this gave you a new way of seeing your relationship, send it to someone who's missing these signs. It might be exactly what they need today. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.